you are a match of the day legend as well as a footballing legend, of course. When you were young, you were not allowed to watch Match of the Day. You had to lie in bed with the television on in the same room, but with your back turned to it and your face to the wall.
I think, so honestly, Sue, that was... I've never been through such torture, especially when I was that age, because especially at that stage, Match of the Day was literally... I remember going on... When I went on it, I said to Des Lynam, this actually is my Graceland. I said that to him. Because to have to listen to the music and not be able to watch it... I remember my brother Morris would hug me, because I'd be crying, and I'd be crying uncontrollably. My brother used to hug me while we were looking at the wall. But being on Match of the Day now, people don't realise what that means. It's just, every single time I do it, it just means the whole world to me.
Yeah.
Of all the moments, Righty, that you've had in your incredible playing career, scored so many goals, goal-to-game ratio, ridiculous.
Just like to say, slightly higher goal-to-game ratio at Crystal Palace than Arsenal.
Yeah, but there is a reason he left Palace to join Arsenal, and it wasn't because you were a better football club, trust me. Let's just cut to this. If I could say to you, right, you can relive any moment from your career right now, which bit would you choose?
Probably the FA Cup final. I would win the FA Cup final for Palace.
1990.
For Palace?
Manchester United, of course.
Because you go to Arsenal and you're expected to win those things, and that is why I left Palace, to go to Arsenal to win things. But I think...
Your favourite moment in football was a Crystal Palace moment?
I think because of...
You're breaking my heart, right?
No. The way I came through, Piers, and the chance I got from Palace. And Palace fans take it pretty hard. You know, I had a lot of problems with Palace fans, because when I left, and I didn't ask to leave, I didn't instigate a move, it just happened. And they wrote, like, Judas and stuff on my mum's wall and stuff. And to do that to a West Indian woman, calling her son Judas, is not the best thing. And I had a lot of problems with them from there, but the way that team, when I got there from 85 to when I left in 90, the way we moved up and took Palace to that next level and finished third in the league, they deserve something.
We've already mentioned this morning your time in prison.
Yeah.
Now, you were in tears when that door shut, weren't you?
Every day.
You were imprisoned for driving without a licence, without insurance, without tax. It was that moment that made you decide, it was your lowest ebb, wasn't it? I am going to pursue my dream.
It was, I remember, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but one thing I did say when I was in that cell on C Wing in Chelmsford, the night when I was getting ready to leave, I did say I will never, ever come to a place like this again. I didn't know whether it was going to happen in football. I just knew that whether it meant that I was going to have to work hard, because Sean was about, Bradley was about to be born, and I knew I had to start doing the straight and narrow right thing. And I wasn't a person that was in trouble with the police or anything, so for me to go down that road it would have been a nightmare. So that was it, Sue. I remember doing a programme where I had to sit in that cell again a few years back, and it just made me feel really, really pleased with myself.
You've had a complicated private life over the years, up and down, roller coaster, whichever way you want to put it. But you've ended up in a very happy place. Your two young girls are watching now. You can say hello to them if you like.
Lola, Roxanne, Nance.
You said they're never normally watching because you're on too late.
Because I'm on too late.
But now they're there, and you're in a lovely setup in your life now. Do you feel very lucky that you finally found some peace and happiness in your life?
It's been hard because, you know, the relationships I've had before, you know, it's been unfortunate because I was a different person in that time, and now with the woman I love dearly and deeply, you know, and showed me the way and made me grow and be the kind of man that you should be, and respect the vows that you take. You know, I don't think I was ready before, and it's unfortunate for my ex-wife, but now to be able to get to where I am and then meet the woman and try and live a nice life without complications, without stupidity, like I did in my previous marriage, it makes me feel really
What's
good.
your advice? I spent some time with Jamie Vardy this week, really interesting. You know, similar story to you. He came into the top leagues quite late in his career and then carried on playing for England and so on. But you know, he talked very much about being a virtual prisoner in his home to me, that can't really go out.
What, now?
Yeah, because social media is so vile that people are so unpleasant. Everyone's got camera phones. Become a very different scenario now to be a big footballer in this country. Yeah,
it is, and I think that the social media is like where the guys have the major problems. Even me coming on here, I had massive arguments yesterday just on Twitter.
I saw,
see them. Because people they just want to be nasty.
You dispatch them like you used to dispatch goals.
That's what I tried to think.
You cut inside,
that's
boom,
exactly bang.
cut out the back, boom.
And then what happens is I just bring the world of Arsenal on them as well. you know.
Well,
bring the word
sometimes
of
I
Arsenal.
help you
But
because
absolutely.
I've always dreamed of being your link-up man, your Burkham. So I see you under attack, I come in the back, bang, thread you through.
I do feel for the players now because of social media and what they have to go through. It's a lot.
When you see Wayne Rooney getting in all the trouble for drinking till 4 a.m. after an England game, Vardy was quite interesting. He said to me, the best time for any footballer to drink is immediately after a game because your body burns it up.
Yeah, I felt for him. And
Was he wrong as England captain to do that?
I don't think so. I think that what will happen is that because people make because he had the badge on, and you don't want to see the England captain looking bleary-eyed at that time of the night, drinking coming out of a wedding. But I remember we used to do it all the time when we used to meet at Burnham Beaches. Weddings were there all the time. But in respects of what happened that particular night, he didn't go out. He wanted to stay in because he was trying to do the right thing, and he still got hammered.
Well, we've got two pop stars on the show later on who I was actually in that bar with at the Grove last month, getting drunk till 4 a.m. So we're hardly wants to talk. I could just point out, Ian, we could talk to you all day. They're shouting us to wrap up. I don't want to. Susanna doesn't want to. But you chose one image for the front of your book. There we are. And you chose one image for the back of your book, and it wasn't you in a Crystal Palace shirt. It was you in an Arsenal shirt, the greatest number 8 we'll ever have, the greatest legend ever bestride the earth. Ian Wright, right.